let us start with the topic on group discussion. The first topic that we are going to see in group discussion is introduction of the group discussion. So let us see what is a group discussion. When few people they come together, a number of people, usually more than 4 or 5 or 6, when they come together, and when they discuss, and these people, they have some common background. Either they are colleagues, either they are friend, either they are coming together with a common cause. These are the people who are into regular contact. They belong to some different strata of the society. Okay. And those who are in frequent interaction with each other. These type of people, when they come together and sit and exchange information, which you call the exchanging of information, is communication. And when they exchange information as well as they exchange idea amongst each other, when they are sitting face to face, nowadays even in online mode, you have the group discussion whereby you take a topic and in online mode you discuss this idea. So you are in face to face situation with regarding a topic, and you discuss out that topic. So a group coming together and discussing on a common topic or exchanging idea on a common topic, that is nothing but a group discussion. Now this group discussion can be of different types. In corporates you have this group discussion. So this is a corporate type of group discussion where you have a common goal. The common goal may be maybe anything. There may be a problem which is in their hand, which they are solving. Okay. It may be regarding purchase of something which they are discussing out. It may be any common topic related to the organization. Okay. And they come together and they have a discussion. These are the people from different department, or these people may be from the same department. They are coming together and there is some agenda that they are having. Okay. There is some problem that they are having. There is some topic that they are having, and they are coming together and discussing out that topic. So this you can call it as a corporate group discussion. You also have friendly group discussion, or you can have a family group discussion also. Like you can see these students, they are coming together and they are studying, right? So they can study together, they can have a discussion on the topic. For example, you all coming together and discussing on communication skill as a topic. So that is also going to be a group discussion. Or they are coming together and talking about deciding about the trip, how the trip should be, where they should go for trip, what should be the timing, when they should start, when they should come back, what should be the cost that should be involved, how they should go. Okay, what should they do over here, which sightseeing they should do, etc. Okay, this can also be a group discussion. Or they may be coming together and discussing about a movie, which movie they should see, etc. So these all are friendly type of group discussion where the friends or they may be the family members who may be coming together and deciding upon which car should be bought. So these 4 5 members, they are sitting together and discussing out which model of car should be purchased, where the house should be taken, how much BHK the house should be taken, whether it should be 2 BHK or whether it should be 3 BHK. When you do that in a family, that is also a group discussion. When you discuss out something in your friends, that is also a group discussion. When you discuss something in an organization, that is also a group discussion. Or there may be some group discussion which are not friendly also in nature. They are non-friendly group discussion. For example, the debate that happens on the TV, isn't it? Then you say that the people are like this over here. The people are fighting with each other. They have a topic, and some people are for it, some people are opposing to it, and they are fighting with each other regarding, and they are discussing out the topic. Non-friendly group discussion can be an interview, which can also be a corporate group discussion. In interviews you have group discussion whereby the candidates are sitting together. Near about 10 15 candidates are sitting together and they are given a topic, and these candidates, they discuss on the topic. We are going to study about this in detail also in further. Or you can have a discussion amongst your colleagues or amongst your friends also on controversial topics. Then when there is a controversial topic that is going on, then the discussion doesn't remain a friendly kind of a discussion. The discussion turns around and becomes a non-friendly kind of a group discussion. or when you are taking an admission in the business school, that time also you have a group discussion. GD is one of the part of selecting selection process in the B schools for MBA or for IIMs if you want to take admissions. Then group discussion is one part of the selection process. So you have different types of group discussion whereby the people are coming together and they are discussing on a common topic. This is if you want to have the exact definition of group discussion, it is many individuals. It means the group, usually more than 4 number of people, they which are in regular contact or they are in frequent interaction, or the people who are working together, they exchange information or ideas in a face-to-face situation. So they in exchanging information or ideas in a face-to-face situation is a discussion. So when a group of people come together and discuss out on a topic, it is a group discussion. So that would be the definition part of the group discussion. Let us see what are the skills required in order to be a part of a group discussion, or what are the skills that are developed when you are a part of the group discussion. So what are the skills that are required and what are the skills that are developed? One, you develop confidence, you develop politeness, you should have general awareness. Understand, until you have general awareness, you can't be a part of group discussion. As well as when you become a part of group discussion, a lot of information you get from whatever everybody is saying. If you have a good ear, if you have very good listening skill, you develop very good leadership skill in group discussion. Or if you want to be successful in a group discussion, you require leadership skill. Teamwork is another aspect which is required during a group discussion to be successful in a group discussion, to be a successful individual in a group discussion. Listening ability, you require social skill and behavior, very important part. Again, with all these we are going to see in great detail when we see our further slides. You should have problem solving skill. You should know solution to the different problems that are there. For that you have to have that intellectual power, you should have knowledge, you should have skill in order to have problem solving skill. And also you should have communication skill in order to be successful in a group discussion. If you don't have communication skill, then you won't be a important ingredient or important individual in a group discussion. So all these skills are required by you, that is confidence, politeness, general awareness, leadership skill, teamwork, listening ability, social and behavioral skills, your problem solving skills, communication skills. These all skills are required to be a what do you call that, important entity of a good discussion. At the same time, if you are continuously doing group discussion, if you are continuous member of a group discussion, then all the skills are getting developed in you also after you do the group discussion. So these are the skills required or the skills developed when you do group discussion. Okay. Let us see what is the reason, what is the need, or what is the importance of group discussion. Why should we group do the group discussion, or what do we achieve by doing a group discussion? Okay, can you tell me what do we achieve or what do we get by doing a group discussion? Why should we do a group discussion? क्या reason हो सकता है group discussion का? Anybody? Open your mic and please do tell me.
Sir, should I?
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So the first common thing for the group discussion is to elaborate all the ideas or thought that can be came across to your minds or with your group partners. Or second thing for the group discussion is that to make everyone some sort of united team so that we can do any task, any work in a proper way.
Agreed. If you want to do any work in a proper way, then you require individual thoughts of individual people. So individual people come together, they give their thoughts, they give their ideas, and as a team you can come to a particular decision, right? Yes, agreed. So this is one of the reason for a group discussion. Just think on one of the group discussion that you want to go for a picnic, and for that, is group discussion required or not? You're planning to go for a picnic. Is group discussion required or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it is required. Okay. Now tell me, okay, why do you require a group discussion for going for a picnic?
So
Group
that
discussion
we
की
could
क्या जरूरत है?
we could get some more good places by other people.
Yes, so you get more good places. You get more insight about that particular topic. Okay, that is the tour. You get a more insight about it. Yes. Anything else? So you get information on good places. Yes. And what else?
We can also get to know the budget of other people, like how much they are.
We can get to know about the budget. We can get to know about the budget. Okay, and we can save upon a lot of money by different ideas. Yes. Okay, and we can also understand what is the budget of other people. So we can get information, right, about each and every. We can get data कि किसका क्या budget है. So collection of data is possible from that. Yes. Anything else? Why should we when we are going for a picnic, why should we have a group discussion? Reason क्या है उसका? सोचो, हम पिकनिक जा रहे हैं, या फिर कोई भी एग्जांपल लो आपके माइंड में. हमको टीवी लेना है, तो क्या हमको ग्रुप डिस्कशन करना चाहिए घर पे? क्यों करना चाहिए?
Sir, the fact is we go because we want the best possible outcome for a particular thing.
Fantastic. We want a best possible outcome. Right. Absolutely right. Because individual ideas may be having some problems. Okay. Individual की अपनी idea होगी. It may be right or wrong, but collectively when you take a decision, you get a better decision. Yes, absolutely right. Right. Anything else? Anything else? Why is group discussion required? What is the need of it? Anything else that you can tell me?
Sir, like for example, if something, the topic is to be in everyone's favor, an individual POV, a common consensus must be reached so that everyone is happy.
A common consensus is required so that everybody is happy, so that everybody is motivated, so everybody feels that he is part of the organization. Very, very important point which I have not mentioned in my slides, but I'll see to it. Krishna Purohit was the person who said this point. Who was it? Krishna, were you the one who said this point?
Sir, it was
okay. Fantastic point. I will include that in my point. Yes. Once you take the consensus of all the people who are part of your team, then they are very happy that yes, they were allowed to speak, their voice was heard, they get motivated. It is not that something has been उन पे थोपा नहीं जा रहा, उनसे पूछा जा रहा है, उन टॉपिक को डिस्कस किया जा रहा है, and then we are coming to a common common agenda, common outcome we are coming, right? And that outcome is always going to be a good outcome because many of them have contributed to that outcome, so it is going to be a good outcome. Fantastic point, Krishna. Anything else? Anybody wants to say? Okay, if not, then let us see what the literature says. One is collecting data, like I think so Shreya said, I forgot the name. You have to collect the data. It may be sales data, it may be, for example, I want to the dean wants to understand that how much syllabus has been completed by each and every teacher. Then he will call a meeting, he will have a discussion on how to complete the syllabus. Okay. If he wants to have a data on how much sales have been done up till now, then he will call all the salesperson and he will collect the data from them. So for that also you require people to come together in order to collect the data on whatever you want to go for a trip. So you want to collect the data on what are the different good places that are available. You want to go for a trip, so you're going to collect the data on which person can contribute how much amount, what is the budget of each and every person. So this is about the collecting the data. breeding fresh ideas and taking inputs from the group. Okay, so you call the people, you ask them, Array, which is the place that we can go? We want to have 1 day picnic. We want to go at 9 o'clock. We want to come back at 5 o'clock. So what are the places that you are going to suggest? Somebody says we can go to Lonavala. Yeah, ऐसा अपन ऐसा कर सकते हैं. Somebody say we can go to Khandala. Somebody say we can go to Mahabaleshwar. Somebody can say we can go to Pachgani. Somebody can say we can go to Vai, and so on and so forth. Or somebody may come out with a different idea that let us go to the some temple, Tirupati Balaji, जो नजदीक में है, a very nice place. So different ideas and different inputs you get, right? And that inputs, when you come together to a common platform, you get a better output. आप ऐसे place पे जाते हो which is going to be something new, something nice, which everybody has not seen, where everybody is going to enjoy. You get the perception from common people. Like you have discussions which the TV people, they gather the people, they have a talk show, they gather the people together, and they have a discussion amongst the people. So you get a perception of common people, whether whatever is happening is good or bad. For example, farmers agitation, what is the take of people, common people onto that? Or who is the best prime minister till today? These types of questions, these types of discussion you can have, from which you can get different ideas. You can get the perspective of the people. You can get perception of the people, or you can have perceptions of the experts on particular topic, like it happens on TV show, isn't it? It is a group discussion where number of experts from that particular field are coming, and they are discussing on the topic. For example, if it is a China issue where there is an insurgency of China, Chinese troops are coming inside the border, so on and so forth. So what do these TV anchors do? They call the experts, the people from army, the people from navy, the people from politician, maybe the home minister, maybe the defense minister. They call some people from say common people, and then they make these people sit together, and then they open up the topic, and then there is a discussion that is happening, right? And who are these people who are discussing? They are the experts from that field. So you can get the perception of the common people, you can get perception from the experts on a particular topic, so that the ideas are more clear for an individual. Group discussion helps you in one of the important ways is in problem solving. Whenever there is some problem that has happened, so you come together, all the people from the different societies, they come together and they come to a solution. For example, COVID, a pandemic situation which has come. So what do you think, how the problem would have been solved? Was there an individual who has taken a decision? No, it was a group of people, it was a group of experts who came together, and then they commonly decided how should we tackle this situation, and then a decision was taken. It was never a decision of an individual. So whenever there is some specific problem, it may be problem related to industry, whereby the production has gone down. So you come together, you decide how can we build on the production. It may be crisis whereby the raw material is not available. So you come together and you decide how to procure the raw material. It may be a problem whereby the sales has gone down. It may be a problem whereby whereby the quality of your product has deteriorated. So there are, and it might be a problem where there is a continuous breakdown of your machines. It might be a problem where there is continuous loss of electricity. It might be a problem of your labor. So every day there are so many problems that are coming in an organization. And how do you solve it? You call your people together who are concerned with that department. You make them sit together. You discuss about that problem, and then you come to a solution of it. So that solution is possible. To find a problem to a solution, what you have to do? You have to do group discussion. Or if you want to select a candidate, there are for one job there are hundreds of candidates who are applying. From that hundreds of candidates, you have to select one candidate. The time that you have with you is very less. So what is the scrutiny process usually? You first go for the written test. From the written test, you say get 50% of the candidates. Out of 100%, 50%, 50% get removed. And from that 50%, now you want to select some few candidates. So what you do is you make them sit together and you throw a topic to them, right? You tell them a topic and ask them to discuss. Depending upon how the students are discussing, you further call them for the interview, and half of the candidates you remove from that. So group discussion is a very important tool for selecting of the candidates. In the similar manner, group discussion is a very important tool when you are giving admission to the students, mostly in an educational institutes which are doing management studies. For example, MBAs they are doing for the B schools, for BBAs, etc. When you are giving the admission, how do you give the admission? You give the admission to the candidates depending upon their written score, the MST CET score, or whatever the CAT score, etc. Plus, you take their you have their group discussion. Sometimes you have group discussion followed by an personal interview, and depending upon that you give them the admission. A group discussion can alter a perspective as well. So it is very important. If you have a particular perspective, that perspective has made your head, has gone into your head, okay, you can have a group discussion and you can know about the different sides of the same topic. So for the same side, you can understand different topics that are there, different shades that are there to the same topic, different views that are there about the same topic. You can have, you can understand different opinions of different people on the particular topic. That is possible from the group discussion. Okay. It also gives you a profound and a very in-depth knowledge about that or understanding about that particular topic, about that particular subject. So you get very in-depth knowledge, because there are many people who are talking about the same topic. So whether it is a trip, whether it is something, when number of people they talk, whether it is a movie, when you decide upon, you may have to make a choice. There are 2-3 movies, and from that you have to choose one movie. Then different people give you different opinion. Depending upon that, you come to a conclusion. Okay, because it gives you deep understanding about the subject, right? Got it? So this is the reason why we go for a group discussion, or need why we do a group discussion, or this is the importance of your group discussion. Let us move further with the next topic of types of group discussion. Now we have classified this group discussion types depending upon the topics. So you have one of the type of group discussion where you have factual topics. Okay, the factual topics are the topics where each and every person, ordinary person, is aware. It is regarding to the day-to-day life topics which goes on. There are very different what things that are happening in our everyday life. So all the ordinary peoples, they are aware of these topics. So these topics are related to social topics, or they may be socio-economic topics, or it may be economical topics. जैसे पेट्रोल के भाव बढ़ रहे हैं. Okay, the prices of petrol are rising. So this is a social topic, or this can be called as a socio-economic topic, because it is going to affect the economy also. So this is a kind of socio-economic topic. You can have the topics on current affair, like the topic that is going on as of now is that toolkit case, where that woman Disha, or the Disha has got arrested. So it is a topic on current affair which is going on. It may be the farmers' agitation, the topic which is going on. Okay, so it is these are the topics which are very factual in nature. Disha has got arrested in toolkit case. The farmer agitation is going on. Okay, so these are the everyday topic. From this, individual understands, a person understands how much you are aware and how much you are sensitive about the environment. These are all the factual topics. These are the facts that are happening in everyday life. Some topics are, opinion-seeking topics, whereby you are put across with a point, a topic, and you have to give your own opinion about it. These like most of the topics, your opinion that whatever you speak is your opinion about that particular topic. It may be right also, it may be wrong also. You have weighed all the pros and cons about the topic, and then you have taken your individual stand about the topic. For example, the topics that happen in an organization, on which machine to buy. There is a machine breakdown, you have to buy a new machine, and you give your opinion onto it, that which machine could be bought. Depending upon your expertise, depending upon your knowledge, you give that opinion. Okay. Or in an organization, if you want to decide a policy where the Saturday, Sunday should be kept off, or we should keep Saturday as working, whether we should keep 3 days as working and 3 days as off. So depending upon your expertise, depending upon your opinion, depending upon your authority, you give some opinion about that particular topic. You can take some topics that happen in family, like whether I should go for a 2 BHK flat or a 3 BHK flat. So you have your own opinion, which car model should be brought. You have your own opinion about that particular thing, and then you give your opinion on that topic. Or in an interview or in between friends, you have the discussion on whether the nuclear family is good or whether the joint family is good, whether love marriage is good or arranged marriage is good, whether which type of government you want. You want a democratic type of government, or you have an authoritarian type of government. Okay. So these types of topics, all these, whatever I have told you, these all are opinion seeking topics, whereby your opinion about a particular thing that is being asked. Okay. These topic over here, there is nothing right or wrong that is there. Okay. Like in many topics also, there is nothing right or wrong. This has to do nothing with the fact whether you're going to do a love marriage or whether you're going to do arranged marriage is a different thing. But still you give an opinion about it. Maybe आप मैरिज ही नहीं करोगे, आपको मैरिज ही नहीं करना है, लेकिन फिर भी आपको दोनों में से एक जगह पे स्टैंड लेना पड़ता है. You don't like democratic type of government also, and you don't like authoritative type of government also. But still you have to give some opinion of your own. When it comes to purchasing of a flat, you are of the opinion that we should not purchase the flat, we should not spend money upon it, we should go and live in a rented house. That may be your opinion. But in this type of thing, you have to choose in between the two, and you have to give the opinion. Okay, so these are the opinion seeking topics. The next topics are case study topics, whereby a case is there, a case has happened, and depending upon that, there is a case or there is a problem. It is a very real life situation. Okay, and in that real life situation, you are coming to some of the conclusion. Like, let us take the case studies topic which we had a few minutes back, whereby the the COVID cases in Pune have increased. As the COVID cases in Pune have increased, though there are some rumors, there are some WhatsApp messages, there are some TV news that are floating, which is saying that the college is going to remain closed. And then we have a group discussion amongst ourselves. If this is the problem, and so we discuss the situation and try to resolve and come to a conclusion that what we should do tomorrow. Isn't it? Here there is no correct answer or perfect solution. Here the only objective is to think about the problem from the various angles. So we have studied this problem from various angles. We studied from the point of view of management, we studied from the point of view of the government, we studied from the point of view of the students. Isn't it? We discussed about it. Right? So these are the case studies topic, where some problem has occurred, where some case has occurred, and we are finding out the solution for that. Examples I have taken, for example, government discussing on how to tackle the COVID. So what they do is they come to COVID has happened. Okay, that's a fact. And all these people, they are coming together. It is a problem. They're coming together and they're deciding on what should be done. Deciding on whether the college should be opened or closed. Deciding on whether the exam should be conducted. If the exams are to be conducted, then how they should be conducted, whether they should be conducted online or offline. These all have to be studied. This is the case which have to be studied. Whether the college should be run in 2 shifts. so on and so forth. So there are many problems which come in front of you, and then you try to come together and have a discussion on that particular case. A particular case has happened, and then you come together and discuss about that case. Okay, discuss about that problem, and then you find out the solution to it. There are some topics which are controversial in nature, where you have an argument in between each other. These are the kinds of topic which checks your temper as well as maturity. How much mature you are, whether you lose your temper during the controversial topic or not. These type of topics, they require rational and logical thinking and arguing about a point. Okay, where you don't require to be personal and you don't require to be emotional. For example, are women better managers? Supposing some females and some males are coming together and they're discussing on this topic, are women better managers? So there is going to be a heated discussion. Whether reservations are right or wrong, again a very heated discussion, a topic of very heated discussion, controversial topic. Religion and politics, again a controversial topic. Existence of God, whether the God really exists or not. These all are controversial topics, where somebody have some stand, where somebody has some other stand, and they argue upon these topics. Okay, so these are about the controversial topic. There are some topics which are abstract in nature. These are about intangible things. They are not real, they are not factual. There is no problem, there is no solution over here, there is no case study, there is no controversy. These types of abstract topics, they require lateral thinking, they require creativity, they require a very good comprehension skill. You should have very good communication skill in order to have a very good discussion on such topics. Example, all that glitters is not gold is one of the topic. Hard work is a key to success. There is no problem. Hard work is a key to success, but then you have to discuss on this topic. All that glitters is not gold is right, but then you have to discuss on this topic. So these are kind of an abstract topics. So these are different types of group discussion that you can have. You can have discussion on factual topics. You can have discussion on opinion seeking topics. You can have discussion on case studies. You can have discussion on controversial topics. You can have group discussion on abstract topics also. So these are the different topics that you come together and you do the discussion. How do you do a group discussion? How is the group discussion conducted? Now, when you do a group discussion, usually you have 7 to 12 participants or maybe more also. They come together. Once they come together, the moderator or the chairman or the person who is seeking the solution to a particular problem, he opens up the topics, he tells about the topics, he informs the group that why we have gathered together. He gives them the particular time, that why we have come together and how much time we have for the discussion. And then the group is asked to discuss on the particular topic. After that, the group starts their discussion. For a specific time, they continue with their discussion. Maybe depending upon the topic, it may be from 10 minutes to 40 minutes, whatever, or 1 hour, the discussion goes on. Or sometimes the discussion goes on till a solution is been achieved. Okay, till that time they go on discussing. Okay, till the solution is been achieved by the people. Once the solution has been achieved or once the time is getting over, then the moderator who has called for the group discussion, the coordinator, or you can say the panelist, if there are 3-4 coordinators, then they are known as panelists, or there are 3-4 moderators, they are known as panelists. Then these panelists, by the time the group discussion is going on, they silently observe, they make notes. If it is for the selection process of the candidates, they evaluate the individual candidate, they write down the marks, that how the candidates have done well. So they write down the marks. Sometimes the moderators or panelists, they themselves become a part of the discussion. If there is some solution that is to be found out, then they themselves, the people who have called for the meeting, the people who have called for the discussion, they themselves becomes a part of the discussion. They themselves participate sometimes in the group discussion. Finally, once the solution has been achieved, once they have come to a decision, the moderator or the panelist or the chairman, the coordinator of the group discussion, he thanks everybody. He summarizes what was discussed, and he summarizes what is the conclusion that has been drawn from this group discussion. So this is how a group discussion is conducted, by coming together, hearing the topic, discussing on the topic, and then finally coming to a conclusion, and then the moderator thanking each and everyone and telling the conclusion that has been achieved, and then everybody disperses off. This is the method of conduction of a group discussion. If the group discussion is with the view of selection of candidate, which you will have to do, you will have to once you are selected, then that time you will have to give your written test. After giving your written test, you have to attend the group discussions. Okay, so how is the company going to evaluate you as a candidate? What are things that they are going to see? What are going to be the areas of evaluation by that organization in you? What are they going to see? The first thing that they are going to evaluate you is on the understanding of that particular subject. So they would give you a topic, and after giving you the topic, they are going to give you some time to think. This is the time when you have to remain calm, you have to remain quiet, and you have to understand what the moderator who has given you the topic, or the coordinator who has given you the topic, what is the actual subject. So you have to understand the subject. This shows you, if you have understood the subject, it shows you how deep your knowledge is about that topic. It also shows how well you are aware of the particular aspect of that topic. So it gives an idea to the evaluator about your understanding of the topic. So the first thing that he is going to check is whether you have understood the topic or not, which has been understood the subject or not, which has been given to you. The second thing he is going to evaluate you is on the assertiveness. Assertiveness talks about your positiveness. It talks about the confidence that you have in your particular, on your particular point which you are telling. Whether you yourself are confident, whether you yourself are good in explaining that point. Others will definitely disagree. Don't worry about that. Others are going to disagree. But whether you yourself are confident in putting forward your point is what he is going to say. Can you tell me the other areas of evaluation? You are conducting a group discussion. You are the moderator. There are many students who are sitting in front of you. Okay. So what all things you will see in that group discussion? What all things you will judge from that group discussion? Can you tell me? As an evaluator, how will you evaluate a candidate? You have been given an task of selecting candidate, a right candidate for your organization. What all things you will see? You are preparing a group for yourself. You are the captain of that team, and you want to select people. Okay. So how you are going to select it? What are the areas of evaluation that you'll have for group discussion? So I have told you, that is understanding of subject and assertiveness. What else will you see? Waiting for your answers. Yes? Somebody? Open your mic and tell me. I'm waiting for the answer. Please. Otherwise, this becomes one-way affair, whereby I'm just talking and you're just listening. सिंपल थिंग है, आप अगर बॉस हो, आपको कुछ चुनना है कुछ लोगों में से, okay, there is a group discussion that is going on, what all will you see?
Knowledge about the topic.
Knowledge about the topic, understanding of the subject, knowledge about the topic is one that we have already said. Anything else that you will see?
Students or the colleagues who will respect others' perspectives.
Fantastic. The people who are going to respect, whether the person is respecting other person, whether the person is listening to other person's thought, whether the person is having a very good listening skill, he's also listening patiently and calmly to other person. That is also an important point that you're going to say. Very good, very nice. Anything else?
Leadership qualities.
Leadership qualities, fantastic. You're going to see the leadership qualities, whether he's having that leadership quality in order to take the group forward, in order to take the group along with him. Okay, whether he's having that qualities or not. Fantastic. Yes, see, you give so good answers. Very nice, very nice. Anything else that you're going to see? Leadership skill, listening skill, anything else that you see from a good discussion? Important thing are you missing out? Knowledge about the topic, confidence, anything else important point they're missing out?
Body
That
language.
you see from body language. Yes, how is the body language of that particular person? Assertiveness में वो आ सकता है कि whether he's having a very positive body language, whether he's having a very pleasant body language, or whether his body language is very aggressive in nature, that you're going to see. Fantastic. Yes. Anything else? Body language, definitely you're going to see. Yeah.
Sir, personality development.
What do you mean by that? Yes, if you can elaborate it on a specific aspect of personality development.
Sir, way of standing, way of keeping our hands. Our hands should not be folded or should not be in a stressy way.
I think so. Body language covers all these things. You know, how you are sitting, what is your posture, what is your tone, and what everything. How is your pitch, and how you are putting forward your points forward. Whether you are showing fingers to others, and so on and so forth. You know, that all would be covered under body language. But yes, good answers. Let us see what the literature says. It talks about the teamwork. So they are going to evaluate on whether you have whether you are going to be fitted in a team. It's a very important aspect because you're going to work on project, you're going to work on assignments together. So do you listen to others? If you're able to listen to others, then only you are going to be a very good team member. If you're not listening to others, if you're not giving value to other person's opinion which somebody talked about, okay, then it will be difficult to work you working in a team, isn't it? People are not going to like you. At the same time, when you're listening to other person's opinion, how much you yourself are standing for your own opinion, that also matters a lot. So you should have a proper balance. The organizations are going to evaluate and see whether you have willingness to take the initiatives. The people who usually start the discussion, the people who usually take part in the discussion, for example, when I'm asking you the question, there are some people who are opening their mic and they are answering. These are the people who like to take the initiative. Okay. So these are the people who are going to have a very good, they come ahead, they speak. Okay, they start a topic, they put their point forward, means they put their right point forward in the right direction, they take ahead the discussion. Okay, so these are the people who take initiative. And managers, the teachers, the what you call that, the employers, the managing directors, they like such people who are going to take initiative, who are going to be first in order to initiate something in the organization. And these are the people who also initiate the group discussion. So the people who usually initiate the group discussion are considered as the people who are who take initiative in the organization also. Another thing that they are going to judge is whether are you able to listen to the other person's view, whether you have listening skill or not. And you listen in order, listening should not be in order to reply back somebody, that is there, no doubt. You have to listen if you want to respond back. Okay, but it's not only for that, whether you listen, you understand what he's trying to say. Okay, and then whether you are listening in order to have full attention on what the other person is saying, or whether you are so biased about your own thoughts, आप अपने में इतने मशगूल हो और अपने आइडियाज आपको इतने अच्छे लगते हैं कि you are not able to listen to other person. Something what you know that Arnab Goswami does. I don't know whether you have seen his debate or not. He's not ready to listen to other person. Before the other person speaks, he doesn't allow him to speak, and he interferes into it, and he starts his own topic. He's so biased with his own thoughts and ideas that he doesn't want to look anything beyond that. Okay, so the management is going to see that whether the candidate is having a very good listening skill or not. They are further going to evaluate their adaptability, their flexibility. Okay, they want the candidate to be flexible and adaptive and not rigid and stubborn, because this in today's world, the world is changing very fast, you know. Yesterday the colleges were open, today the colleges are not open. So whether the employees are going to work online, whether they are ready to work online, whether they are ready to give their 100% working online or not. So this is what we have adapted ourselves. The teachers have adapted themselves. They were not flexible. No, we are going to teach only in the classroom. We won't teach you teach online. That is a rigidness. No organization likes people who are rigid in nature. No organization likes who are stubborn in nature. The same thing that they are going to learn from your group discussion, whether you agree to other person's point of view, whether you change your mind after listening to the other person's views. It is not that you will totally change, but yes, some points you can agree upon. Yes, these are the points which make sense of the other candidate also. Whether you are doing that or not, whether you are adaptable or not, whether you are flexible or not, that they are going to see from the group discussion. And like somebody talked about, they are going to see about your leadership skills. They are going to judge your leadership qualities, whether you can lead the group or not, whether or you are a passive contestant, whether you can take the entire discussion forward in the right direction or not. Sometimes, people deviate from the main point. So you want that group discussion to come on a proper track. No, we are deviating from the track. Let us focus on our today's agenda. Our today's agenda speaks on this. So let us not talk about the other issues. Let us talk about the today's agenda in hand, which talks about this. This is what a leader does. At the same time, the leader should also make valid points. Otherwise, he is not a leader. He is leading the group, but he himself is making some very absurd point, non-knowledgeable point is not important. And finally, which I was expecting from you was communication skill. From group discussion, you understand whether the candidate is having good communication skill or not. There are many jobs which require good communication skill. For example, the person in purchase department, the person in HR department, the person in sales, the person in marketing. These people, they require very good communication skill. So the moderator or the employer is going to judge from the group discussion whether you have a very good communication skill or not. So what are the things that the evaluator is going to judge, or whether the employer is going to judge when he has a group discussion? He's going to judge whether you are having understanding of the subject, whether you are assertive enough, whether you are confident enough, whether you can be a part of a team, whether you can effectively work in a team, whether you are ready to take initiatives, whether you have very good listening skills, whether you will take whether you take the decision on yourself, or whether you will take the decision after listening to other people. Are you flexible or are you rigid? Do you give respect to other people's point of view or not? Whether you have the leadership qualities in you, and whether you have good communication skill or not. These are the few things that the employer is going to evaluate when you are giving the interview, when you are giving the group discussion. So see to it that you display yourself very nicely, very elegantly when you are giving the group discussion.